If this is your first time to the channel, welcome to the barbecue. My name's Jeff and I'm your chef, and we always keep it cooking around here. Now in this video, this is from one of those long live streams I do. A lot of people don't like seeing 3-4 hour timestamp on a video. They won't even click it. So I go into those live streams and I'll pull out some of the good stuff we do. So in this clip, you'll be seeing exactly how we chat in our live streams, the fun we have. You don't get to participate in it because, like I said, this is a recorded video, not the live stream. You got to actually get into the live streams. Yesterday's live stream, we actually gave out a candle kit. A winner, Shar Williams, shipped it out today. I hope you got my email with the tracking number. She actually won the candle kit in yesterday's live stream drawing. I will be having more live stream drawings coming up with different gear, things like that, fun things I find around. But hopefully you guys are participating in the live streams, watching them. And if you're not, I'm clipping them down and I'm doing this for you. We're getting a few people in the building. Before I even get started, I want to thank 7 of you people out there for actually signing up for my Patreon. And the link for the Patreon is actually in the description of this live stream. I'm starting to put it in the description of every video. And the reason why I started a Patreon is because I've got to protect my content. I've got to protect my intellectual property and my intellectual outlet. I can't allow YouTube to shut me down whenever they feel like it. And I've been seeing a lot of content about creators getting shut down. YouTube pulled billions of views, like 4 billion views or 14 billion views the other day, from all channels that are using AI. Some are authentic channels, some are AI channels, but they're going through and just killing these channels. Hopefully these people actually have Patreons or something set up, because if they don't, they're screwed. All their intellectual property gone. So make sure you don't just stick everything on the YouTube server and think it's safe. Have other outlets out there. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with me on Patreon. And I'm gonna actually read the names of you who are actually on my Patreon. And I just opened my Patreon, so let me give you an update on all the Patreon members. We've got Anthony Maurice Milner, or Milliner, appreciate you. Damon Hendon, the Hendon family, appreciate you guys. A. Ray, Nicole 420, Nia, my homegirl. We got Jonathan Price, Alicia, and Gregory Hall. Those are the members. What is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 of us now over on Patreon. So I appreciate you guys for supporting me outside of the YouTube platform. In case anything happens to my content, you guys are helping me protect my intellectual property by saying, hey, bring it over here too in case YouTube shuts you down. And not only do people support me in the Patreon group, but also the Hendon family and Nia and Miss K Love are all helping me out with small Cash App donations to help cover all of this equipment I'm buying around here. I really appreciate it. I'm doing the best I can. I'm building stuff in the backyard. I'm trying to get the studio done in the house, and you guys are contributing to the barbecue to make sure that when people come here, they see quality productions. Well, at least as good of a quality as I can produce. I'm doing my best learning this equipment, but I appreciate you guys, and I just want to let you guys know from the bottom of my heart, thank you for supporting the barbecue in the way you do. And for you guys watching the content and sharing the content, I appreciate that as well. Don't think I don't, but I want to make sure you guys know, the people who are really financially giving to this channel, to make sure I can keep giving you the content you're here to see. And with that, let's get into this video, because I know you came to see it. You said you'll be coming back this way again. I appreciate y'all, man, for signing up for my Patreon and actually protecting my content and helping me create another platform. And I do have videos over there. Videos are on my Patreon that are not on my YouTube, because on my Patreon, it'll be a lot of more personal stuff over there. And you guys know I'm always working on my property. I'm always building. I'm always doing something. I want to actually get into the title of this. What is snitching? Like, what exactly is snitching, and why should the black community be concerned about it? Because we've put a tag on people who tell the truth. We've called them snitches now. And I know a lot of people say, well, I don't want you to tell on me. I don't want you to snitch on me. Where I come from the mindset of, I don't want you to do anything worthy of being snitched on. I mean, it's easy. It's like, I'm an engineer, I'm an accountant. So I've learned to start at the root of the problem. There are people who are worried more about the fruits, but if you plant a bad seed, you're going to elicit bad fruit. So don't complain about us pointing out what kind of fruit is on the tree. Hey, that's an apple, that's an orange. If you don't want it to be an apple tree, then don't plant apple seeds. So when you planting bad seeds and you doing bad things, anybody can say what kind of fruit is on the tree. So to me, just telling the truth is what it is. It's the truth. If you want to be known for being something good and doing good, just don't do bad shit. Start at the root of the issue, doing things. And I'm one of what up, Board AZ? And I'm one of those people that say, hey, if I'm out stealing catalytic converters and somebody see me stealing catalytic converters and they tell on me, who can I be mad at? I'm the one out stealing people's catalytic converters. They worked hard for that car. They worked hard to keep that car running. And now that I stole their catalytic converters, they got to turn around and buy new ones that they probably don't even have the money for. And I'm more upset at somebody for snitching on me than upset for me doing it. To me, the logic ain't there. So I tend not to do people wrong. I tend not to do things that lead people to say, what up, Fike? To lead people to say, oh, he snitched on me. Well, you probably deserved it. But I'm going to play a clip of the rapper Lil Tay and Offset, because something happened yesterday where Offset was actually shot at a Hard Rock casino down in Florida by rapper Lil Tay. And so I'm going to play this clip for you guys real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm going to share this screen right here just so we can get, and he actually talks about snitching in this clip. So funny. It's actually a clip from TMZ. Let me go in here and mute this real quick. All right, hold up for a second. Let me play this real quick. Here we go. So this is Lil Tay right here.
Offset owe you money?
I don't do no damn
Hey man, you just want to tell us what happened?
Did I shoot Offset? It's crazy.
They're saying you were disorderly.
Did
Outside
he
the
put his
casino,
hands
a fight
on
near
you
the
first?
I
outlet.
smacked the shit out of Offset. He would never play with me like that in his life.
Does somebody owe you money?
Ask Offset.
He owe you money?
Ask Offset.
He's an ass
Do you have
Offset.
issues with Offset?
I don't know. What happened?
He's in the hospital right now, but he's okay.
The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that shot me. That shot me. La la la. A rat, cat, weirdos. Got in a good ass interview. I'm walking to my car like.
What started the fight?
Just crazy, crazy.
I don't know. You know.
Were they after you?
And so I just wanted to start off with that clip. I wanted to show that, to show exactly what happened. What up, Trey? My man Trey Watts, to show exactly what happened. So at the casino, Lil Tay was actually on the ground being held down by security because they said Offset slapped him. And so he shot Offset in the stomach. And now he's saying Offset snitched on him. You see, it don't make no sense to me. If somebody shoots me and I know who shot me, I'm going to say that person just shot me. That ain't called snitching. That's just me telling you. Like, hey, that person shot me. It's like, say, MicDrop 1 million sub content. You know, you're talking about 60K monthly. YouTube takes 45% leads with 40K. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And so if somebody shot me, that is not called snitching for me to identify the person that just shot me. That's me saying who just shot me. So that's why I say, what exactly is snitching? To me, and somebody in the comments on the video that I dropped earlier this morning made a very good point. Snitching is when you and somebody else go do a crime together. Let's say me and you go to 7-Eleven and we rob the store together. We both take off running. I get caught. Now, all the witnesses around are just innocent people who just seeing it going down. Now, because me and you did it together, if I tell the cops, well, it wasn't just me, it was Trey. Trey Watts was with me. He was with me. And they don't even know who you are. Now I'm snitching now. I'm the one who's snitching because we did the crime together. And then I turned around and said, well, since y'all caught me, go over and get my man Trey Watts too. That is what's constituted as snitching. The people at the gas pump, they're not snitching. They say, hey, man, dude was wearing a red jacket. He ran over that way. They not snitching. They're just saying what's obviously on camera, what everybody sees. And I'm going to tell you what the problem is. If somebody approaches you and subpoenas you to bring you to come tell the truth, and they bring you to court, say, hey, we saw you on video at the 7-Eleven when that robbery went down. What did you see? And you go, oh, I ain't see nothing, man. I ain't see nothing. I ain't see nothing. I wasn't around. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't see nothing. But then they subpoena your phone records and you're texting somebody, hey, man, this dude in the red jacket just robbed 7-Eleven. Man, I know that had to be Bryce. Man, that was either Trey Watts or that was Bryce. That was one of them two, man, because I know them dudes. They subpoena your phone records and they see you in your phone saying what went down. But yet you in court saying you don't know what happened. Now you've committed perjury. Now you're giving false information to a law enforcement official. So because you were an innocent bystander who decided to not tell the truth, you have just made yourself a criminal in a situation you weren't even involved in. because you're like, oh, I don't want to be known as a snitch. Well, you're going to be known as a felon now because you got perjury charges. You got a fine. You got jail time coming. You got false information, false reports. So you got all of this going. So all of these people out there who are going around saying, you know, don't be a snitch, stop snitching. You need to understand what snitching is first. Snitching is two people together doing a crime and one turns on the other one. That's snitching. If you just point out in the community because you want to keep your community safe from crime, of course you're going to point out who's stealing catalytic converters because you don't want your catalytic converter being stolen next. Man, that dude over there be stealing catalytic converters all day. Why you snitching? Get out of my community doing that. That's why I'm snitching. Don't come around here with that. If you and somebody else want to go do a crime, that's on y'all. But we catch you doing it, are we busting you? And it's not even about, oh, you doing the work of the police. No, we're doing community work. The people of the community have to protect their community. Why do you live somewhere that you don't take pride in and you're scared to protect because you're scared to be known as a snitch? I live in a Mexican community. It ain't even no crime over here. People are always upgrading their properties, always buying new cars, always starting new companies because they have so much pride. They don't want to do something to be snitched on. Half these people, I don't even know, they don't even speak English. So I couldn't even snitch on them. I don't even know their names. They be having random dog. I be making up dog names and shit. Dogs be walking up in my garage. I just call them Rufus. I don't even know these dog names. So it's not like I could snitch on anybody anyways, but it's the fact that I don't do anything and people around don't do anything to the point of snitching. So you got to understand that once you like, yeah, what does snitch mean? A snitch is an insulting name for a person who informs the police or authorities when others break the law of rules, the law or the rules. Yeah. And like, if I'm a witness of something, then I'm a witness of something. But if I'm a criminal involved in a crime and I tell on the other people who did the crime with me, now I'm a snitch. I'm the rat now. I'm the snitch. But like I said, if somebody shot me and I say, hey, man, Nia shot me. She's the one that shot me. That's not me snitching. That's me just telling what happened to me. That's the truth. Because if I get to court and I lie in court and say, I don't know who shot me. I have no idea. I don't know who it was. But yet I'm texting in my phone because they subpoenaed my phone and like, yeah, Nia shot me, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Now they can use my own evidence against me. So not only am I going to jail for perjury and being fined for perjury, but now it's false information and false reports to a court. So I just implicated myself and became a criminal out of thin air. People ain't moving smart. They don't understand the system, man. The system is designed for the unintelligent people to end up in prison. Now, there are some people who are some pretty shady con artists and they end up in federal prisons. They end up places too. But most people who aren't even smart enough to get away with a crime will commit the crime, then blame everybody around them for why they're caught instead of looking and going, man, why did I even commit that crime? That was stupid. Just like with Pooh Sheisty and everybody. Everybody's going around saying that Gucci Mane's wrong and his team is wrong when they're the ones that were being robbed. They're the victims. They got stuff on camera. They got surveillance camera, people coming in and out of buildings. They got rental car records. They got video from outdoor cameras showing the 3 cars that were involved. They got people's names on the records. They got names on registrations. But yet they're saying Gucci Mane and his crew are snitches. No, they're not going to give false information to a police officer and commit perjury in court and end up putting themselves in jail by committing a crime trying to protect other criminals. If you know who did it, hey, I'm sorry, you're going to go down for it. That's just how it works. You're going to go down for it. If I committed the crime with you, like if Big 30 snitched on, you know, Pooh Sheisty, that's constituted as snitching because they went into it together. They conspired together. The snitch is the one who conspired with you, got you involved, but decides to say, I want less time. And because I want less time, what I'm going to do is snitch on you. I'm going to say you did it, and I'm going to tell everybody everything about what happened. You're now the snitch now because we did it together, and you turned on me. That's the snitch. That's the rat. Victims can't be snitches. It is impossible for a victim to become a snitch. A victim is the person who is victimized. They're the witness to the crime because the crime happened to them. The snitch is the person in your crew. So get it right when you're talking about snitching. A lot of people don't get it. And like I said, I'm one of the OGs from Memphis, St. Louis. I grew up in Millington Road, way up at West Side, up at Frazier. I come from Hearst Village, old school Memphis, old school. So when I'm sitting there looking at, you know, people now reinventing the word. They're reinventing what snitching is. You can't do that to an OG. We already know what it is. We used to smoke weed and do stuff behind the scenes to hide from the community because we didn't want to be told on by the cops. Hey, them kids over there smoking weed. And then one of them broke that window. They not snitching. They protecting their community. The snitch is the person hanging with me smoking weed. They get caught and they go, oh yeah, I was smoking weed with Jeff. And Jeff broke the window. Well, you just snitched on me, bro, because we was doing it together. That's the true snitch right there. So from an OG standpoint, we're not going to let these YNs just take over what the culture is and recreate it into being something else. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for the super chat, lady. So appreciated. So appreciated. Yeah, man. And it's like, I see how people are talking on the internet and we're having conversations in chats and like these YNs are getting further and further from reality to the point where I don't even understand how they got to that point. Like they don't talk to the elders in the community. They don't talk to any OGs. They don't know OGs. They don't got a dad to talk to, an uncle to talk to, a grandpa to talk to. If you talk to the OGs, they will tell you the people in the community you live in don't need to be victimized. Stop victimizing innocent people. Stop carjacking innocent people. Stop robbing innocent people. Because when that person tells on you, they're not the snitch. The snitch is the person who told on you that did it with you. The one who was in the passenger seat when y'all carjacked the person. That's the true snitch right there. But the lady who said they carjacked my car, also you snitching now? No, I'm just telling the truth. You carjacked me. You took my car. Oh, why you gonna tell the police? Because I want your ass in jail for carjacking me. You took my car. I work for that. I earned that. And we got to go back and take our communities back. We can't allow criminals to say, this is the law of the community now. This is the culture of the community now. No, we're not doing that. What up, Gilly? My brother. And if everybody want to know where that the MicDrop barbecue logo and everything come from, that's the guy who did it. Gilly. Dude's good with designs, man. Exactly. A snitch is the person who doing the dirt, who tells. Exactly. These people are taking the word snitch and they're completely convoluting it, abusing it, just saying it's anybody who talks to the police is a snitch. No, those are witnesses. Those are victims. Those are people who things happen to. So you telling me if a girl gets assaulted at a party and goes and tells the police she got assaulted at a party, she's a snitch? You think the police and everybody gonna be like, man, she a snitch? No, she's a victim of assault. Somebody assaulted her. She has a right to go tell her story to the police. She's a victim. You can't call her, oh man, you know, she a snitch, man. I can't believe she told on you, bro. She should have just let you do that to her, man. No, that's not called snitching. And people are trying to, like I said, they're moving that word and they're killing that word to make us accept being victims and staying silent as victims. You see something going down in your neighborhood? Talk about it. Talk about it. Protect your community. We're putting a lot of money into these schools. We're putting laptops and we putting dry erase boards, digital boards. We're trying to raise these kids the right way. We redoing streets. We're, rebuilding the buildings and planting trees and bushes. We doing everything we can do to make our communities worth money. And we got criminals trying to silence us. No, y'all got to accept the fact that we want to do crime. And if you tell on me, then you a snitch. I guess I am. If that's what you want to call it, I know what a snitch is. So you can call me one if you want to, but I know what a real snitch is. A snitch is the one doing the crime with you. I ain't do no crimes with you. I see you doing crimes. I don't want you around my house because it's going to be my car you steal next. It's going to be my house you break into next. It's going to be my catalytic converter you snatch off my car next. When I see crime near me, get it away from me because I don't want that problem. I don't want that. And when more people stand up and protect their communities and keep crime out of it, we don't need the police. What do you think the Black Panthers was invented for? They was there to protect the community so we didn't have to worry about the police. The Black Panthers were not there to allow crime to be committed in their neighborhoods. The Black Panthers were put there to make sure kids got to school, nothing happened to them, make sure women got to and from work, make sure men weren't abusing the women in the neighborhood. That's why Black Panthers were created. They weren't created to allow criminals to operate under the cloak of darkness. Hey, ain't no cops around here. We got the Black Panthers, bro. We can do whatever we want to do now. Black Panthers keeping the cops away. We can just do crime. No, if you did crime and the Black Panthers found out, it was worse than the cops finding out. Way worse, way worse. And I think the government probably knew that we were advancing our society and advancing our community at that level. So they decided to say, you know what? Maybe we don't want the Black Panthers around because it ain't going to be a lot of people in prison if the Black Panthers are stopping that flow. We need criminals because criminals are filling the prison. 13th Amendment makes them slaves again. Yeah, if you're a civilian, a working person, it's your civil duty. And I believe that. Thank you, Blue Butterfly. Welcome to the barbecue. Say hi, MicDrop Barbecue fam. New subscriber, love the channel. Thank you. And I believe that, man, it's your civic duty to protect your community. When you buy a house, that is your investment. The value of that house, you're putting all your money into that mortgage. You putting into building a house. You want that community to increase in value, not decrease in value. When it increases in value, that equity is what you leave your kids. That equity is what you leave your grandkids. Even when you're renting, you can rent in all the apartment communities, all the landlords, everything is increasing. So when you do choose to say, I want to invest in something, at least you know it's a good investment because you protected your community from being dilapidated by crime. People do want to move to a community that has less crime. People don't want to go to a community that has a lot of crime. They're surviving. They're barely making it by. If they could leave, they would. You telling me if I told somebody, hey, I can get you out of the hood and put you in this nice townhouse, it's overlooking the lake. I mean, you got a 3-car garage under the townhouse for 3 cars, whatever this and that. You know, you think I'm gonna say, nah, I'm just gonna stay here in the projects, man. I'm gonna stay in the projects. No, they're gonna be like, okay, like, how do I get it? Okay, well, you're gonna work for this company and they're gonna pay you $120,000 a year. The condo is only this much. The townhouse costs this much. They're gonna take that opportunity. Who wouldn't? And people out here making money, becoming millionaires, and they keep going back to the hood, getting RICO charges. If I had millions of dollars, not saying that I wouldn't have my house, I would keep my house. I'd probably Airbnb it and buy me an RV so I can live in an RV and travel around the United States. I mean, if I'm a millionaire, I don't really need, well, I guess I need a yard for the dogs. But for the most part, I'm going to travel to places I've heard of. I want to go to places like Venezuela. I want to go to places like Ghana. I want to travel to, the coldest places up in Canada to see how cold it really gets. And there's a place called Whittier in Canada, and it's like a tunnel is how you get there. Like weird stuff like that I've seen. I would use my money for that, to experience what this planet has. Why do they become millionaires and they won't even get off their block? It's like, you want to be hood famous so bad. You want to be hood rich so bad. You want to be known for being something so bad that you're scared to go to a place where don't nobody know you. If I'm a millionaire, let's say I am a famous person or YouTuber, this and that, and I go to Germany. Don't nobody in Germany know me. And I'm totally okay with that because I'm not trying to be famous. I'm trying to enjoy my life. People who stay in their environment when they can clearly leave probably have some type of narcissistic trait to where they need their ego stroked. They need to be told every day how great they are, how important they are, how rich they are. Because if they went anywhere else, they wouldn't be told that they fit in like everybody else. Nobody would know you. You sitting in Sydney, Australia. Nobody knows your channel exists. Nobody knows you're a millionaire. You just taking Uber and Lyfts like everybody else, but you're just enjoying your millions of dollars. Nobody walking up to you trying to get an autograph. That is a great life to have to me. Because you could just enjoy drinks on the beach, have whatever food you order in it, nobody bothering you. But some people need that supply. They need that ego stroke. They need to go to only the places where they know. They need to go to the hood. They got to go to the club. They got to go here because they need that ego stroke to make them seem important. The money don't make you important. The money only makes your life a little better than not having the money. Sometimes money makes you a target. Look at XXXTentacion. He had too much money. He was flaunting too much money. He wanted to go buy a motorcycle, and the people around him that knew him set him up. Sometimes money makes you a target. When I get money to that level, if I ever do, you won't see me in places where a lot of people know me. I'm going to move into a neighborhood where don't nobody even know who I am. I'm going to travel to places where don't nobody, and I could show people on the internet where I am. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to the club and have bottle service and throw bottles up. Hey, y'all, Jeff in the club, that podcaster, Jeff in the club. No, I won't be. Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, exactly, man. Sad what happened to him. Sad. Yep, you're right. If you live in a criminal lifestyle, you fall into a said title. If you work with the police, yeah. And a lot of people who are criminals end up becoming informants because they got so many files on them, so many files. The cops is like, listen, we can have your ass in jail till you die and you come back reincarnated, and we'll put your reincarnation in jail. We got that much shit on you. But if you just tell us some things, we'll let you go free, and you remain undercover in the neighborhood, but you work for us now. So still go to the same circles, hang out with the same dusties, do the same shit in the same clubs, get as much information as you can on these people. We'll give you 3 years because we need to find out who's above them and who's above them and who's above them. You got 3 years to operate. Don't get in trouble. So you see all these people with money, all these people with clout and fame hanging with a bunch of dusty ass people. And you're like, why the hell is this person with all this money still rolling with them? Because they probably feds. There ain't no reason for me to be a millionaire with all this money and nice cars and all this shit to be hanging out with dusty ass people on the corner smoking Black and Mild sitting on goddamn HVAC units. Ain't no reason for that. I should be sitting over somewhere overseas. I should be up in Sweden kicking back eating chocolate and shit saying, hey, I'm gonna go snowboard tomorrow. That's what I should be doing. Why am I in the middle of the hood, millionaire, showing my car on 30s to a bunch of people who can't even make, pay for daycare? Why would I do that? They must be working for the feds. They got to stay cool with they got so many charges on them. You got to work for the feds. I'm sorry. That's the only way we're going to let you off the hook. You got to work for us now. You a cop now. We got so much on you. You a cop now. Don't mess with no criminals out there because those are the ones who are going to turn into being the snitch. Those are the ones doing crimes with you. And all of a sudden, they going to turn on you. Oh, yeah, man, I know who did it. Yeah, it was this dude. We all went in there together, and I heard him talking about this. You ain't even got to wear a wire. Dude going to tell, yeah, I got text messages from him, and this girl was texting me the same thing, saying where they was going. So that's how you get stuck. All these RICO charges are all people within their own circle snitching on each other. Criminals snitching on criminals. Exactly. It's just a free cop. Just a free cop. Yeah, sticking comes from the mafia, calls it omerta. And that's what it is. You got so many charges on you to be such a heinous criminal. You're a free cop walking around, basically. That's who the snitch is, the free cop, the one criminal that's doing crimes with everybody, who's turning and telling on everybody, just making more of them cops. Oh, now we got 3 of your friends working for us now, too, because we got them with some charges. So now we got 4 of y'all working for us now. There was a program in L.A. called GRID. It was GRYD. And I'm gonna look it up real quick, and I'm gonna show you what it is. GRYD program, the GRID program. Let's do like this. Okay, and this is the lacity.gov right here. Let me open this up for you. I'm gonna show you guys, and like you said a free cop. Let me show you exactly where our tax dollars are going. I'm gonna show you where our this is where our tax dollars are going. It's called the Gang Reduction and Youth Development. So what GRID did, it was established in 2007 to coordinate a city-funded gang prevention and violence intervention program using a comprehensive strategy. The mayor's office's contracts with community-based service providers for the delivery of services in 23 GRID zones, and it usually hosts 2 citywide violence reduction programs, Summer Night Lights in 42 cities across LA and Fall Friday Nights. In 2024, Summer Night Lights had more than 100,000 participants. So what they do is GRID basically uses tax dollars, and they find these programs in these people in the neighborhood, and they go, okay, Jeff, since you are somebody in the neighborhood that been living here for 15 years, you don't got no job, you always smoking Black and Milds, you always got some old busted ass cars or whatever in front of your house, and people look up to you. This is what we gonna do. We gonna give you $40,000 a year to just go out and report back to us gang activity, crimes and stuff, so we can help prevent it. That's what they call it. It's gang reduction and youth development. Go out into the neighborhood. The government is using our tax dollars to give young, like when I was young, I had my Chicago Bears jacket on. I used to wear my Chicago Bears jacket, my Chicago hat, my dope man Nikes. I was looking like Ice Cube back in the day. They would pay somebody like me to go into the neighborhood and basically fit in, because I'm already a fuck up anyways. Just fit in and tell us what's going on, and we paying you. It's a free cop. They're paying people to become cops. That's what the GRID program is. And there's a lot of people out there, influencers, who used to be, now they're like, podcasters, but they're guys who, braids, tatted up, everything else, ex-gang members, all this. They're getting paid government tax dollars to report back to the police, gang reduction and crime prevention. That's what they're doing, youth development. So you can't tell me that our community is against snitching, as they call it, when it's not really what I would regard to as snitching. I think people are trying to clean up the communities by getting rid of crime and getting rid of criminals, because we're tired of being tagged as that community that's just all crime. We're tired of it. We're sick of it. But yet you got the influencers out that are doing the crimes. You got the rappers that are doing the crimes, throwing this word snitch around, trying to make us rethink what the word snitch is, and that's not what it is. If this is your first time at the barbecue, go on have a seat and let me make your plate. We still related because your baby mama, mother, brother steady calling me cuz we at the barbecue. Let me get a rib in the plate. It's like a black block party and I'm showing the lake. I'm in my Beamer. Grandpa be giving me pound. Looking at my stock wheels, you know how we get down. Come and gather round, skin tone and different complexion. Niecy hug a baby looking like a mama reflection. Resurrection of the realest, illest. We be the old heads, pull a swig of liquor on the ground for our folks dead. I ain't even tripping off the drama Uncle Joe said. Better do them dishes, get you slapped across your forehead. Stunting in my pro kids, running with kids. Left the streets for the sweets, now I'm running the biz. I'm the whiz, scarecrow like Mr. Michael Jackson. If you looking for that work and I'm looking for that action, you can ease on down through the yellow brick road. Once I get to going in, then you better hold on. I'm that old school killer, lyrically a machete, defying every lion coming out the Serengeti. Hey, pass me that spaghetti, I ain't done with it yet. You better ask somebody, you ain't ready for jet. I'm that old school chef. Catch me grilling while I'm looking all around up in the spot. Now I got you suckers cooking at the barbecue. Go on and grab you a plate. On Teresa chocolate cake, got you watching your weight. We at the barbecue. I done told you before, I'm about to drop this mic and get a plate to go. We at the barbecue. Shout out to all the new subscribers out there dropping on the channel, knowing how we cook around here, enjoying just laughing, clapping, having a good time. I appreciate it. Every time you get to the end of one of my videos, I'll always have something nice for you to listen to. Who's on out? We at the barbecue. We at the barbecue. This is how we do. We at the barbecue. Marcus Murray, always in the cut. Go check my man out on TikTok. He always dropping something new. Man, I love his productions. Always smooth and always old school, baby.